I always felt invisible, but not because people didn't see me, but because they only saw what was wrong with me. Once upon a time, there was a quiet girl named Rena who never liked the face she saw in the mirror. Her acne dotted her cheeks, her freckles stood out like stars she didn't ask for, and her hair was a constant, messy reminder of everything she thought was wrong with her. At school, she kept her head low, hoping no one would notice her. But they always did. The whispers behind her back, the giggles when she walked past, the cruel nickname, Spot Face. It all sank deep into her heart. Even her own friends joked lightly about her skin, pretending it was harmless humor. But to Rena, it felt like she was carrying a sign that said, "Not good enough." She tried to laugh with them, to act like it didn't hurt, but every joke carved another silent scar inside her. Rena's confidence was paper thin, breaking at the slightest touch. She avoided photographs, covered her face with her hair, wore oversized hoodies to hide herself. She moved like a shadow in the hallways, hoping invisibility would protect her. But pain has a way of finding the people who least deserve it. One afternoon in class, two girls sitting behind her whispered, "Why does she look like that? Doesn't she try?" Rena froze. She wanted to disappear, to sink into the floor, to be anywhere but there. She held back tears, pretending not to hear, but those words echoed in her mind long after the bell rang. She walked home with her head down, her heart heavy, feeling like her reflection was her worst enemy. Everything reached its breaking point on a rainy Tuesday. Rena went to the school restroom between classes, feeling overwhelmed and exhausted. The lights were bright, the tiles cold, and the mirror harshly honest. When she looked up, she saw not just acne, freckles, and messy hair. She saw a girl trying so hard to be invisible that she forgot how to live. She saw a girl who hurt quietly, who carried the weight of every insult. That reflection broke her. Tears welled in her eyes, but instead of turning away, she looked deeper. Something inside her cracked, not in defeat, but in awakening. For the first time, she whispered out loud, "Why do I believe them more than I believe myself?" That simple question lit a spark she never expected. If this story is touching your heart so far, subscribe to English Story Academy for more emotional, life-changing English stories. The next morning, Rena made a decision, not to be pretty, not to impress the world, not to silence the bullies, but to choose herself. She bought a small journal and wrote her first page. "I deserve better than the way I speak to myself." She started waking up earlier just to breathe, stretch, and organize her thoughts. She watched English stories online, learning new words, finding comfort in characters who overcame pain. She didn't magically become confident overnight, but she tried. She tried standing straighter. She tried brushing her hair gently. She tried smiling at her reflection, even if it felt strange. Small steps, but each one mattered. Rena also began exercising lightly, not to change her body, but to change her strength. She felt energy she didn't know she had. Her posture slowly improved, her movements became less hesitant, her eyes lifted just a little more each day. And something unexpected happened. She stopped hiding her freckles. Instead of covering them, she learned they made her unique. She began washing her face gently instead of scrubbing it with anger. She treated her skin like something precious, not something broken. The girl who once whispered, "I hate my face," began saying softly, "I'm trying, I'm learning, I'm healing." Weeks passed and people noticed the shift, not in her looks, but in her presence. She no longer shuffled through hallways. She walked with quiet confidence. Her hair wasn't always perfect, but she held her head high. Her acne didn't disappear, but her smile became genuine. Even her freckles seemed to glow when she talked passionately about the stories she was learning. The bullies whispered less because confidence confuses cruelty. Her friends stopped making jokes when they saw she no longer laughed to please them. Rena realized something powerful. When you respect yourself, the world slowly follows. Her glow-up wasn't dramatic, it was emotional. She felt lighter, happier. She began joining class discussions, writing speeches, and helping others who struggled with confidence. She discovered she had a gift for encouragement, perhaps because she knew exactly what it felt like to hurt. She turned every painful experience into empathy. Her teachers praised her growth. Her classmates asked for her help. People began seeing her not for her face, but for her strength. She no longer avoided mirrors. She greeted them. One day, she walked past the same girls who once called her Spot Face. This time, she didn't look down. She didn't shrink. She didn't carry their words anymore. One of them stared at her in surprise and said quietly, "You look different." Rena smiled gently and replied, "I'm not different. I just stopped believing the wrong people." With that, she walked away, not out of pride, but out of
I
peace.
hope you have a good day.
She finally understood. Her worth was never in her appearance. It was in her courage to rise above what others tried to make her believe. Rena became the girl who once cried in the mirror, and then healed in front of it. She embraced her freckles, cared for her skin, loved her messy hair, and cherished the heart she once neglected. The pain that once crushed her became the same pain that made her stronger. She didn't glow up because the world accepted her. She glowed because she accepted herself. And from that day forward, whenever she saw her reflection, she saw someone worth loving. Moral of the story: 1. Your worth is not measured by your appearance, but by your courage to believe in yourself. 2. The pain others cause can break you, or it can build the strongest version of you. If this story touched your heart, subscribe to English Story Academy for more emotional, life-changing English stories.